And so they bring in the guy who's the best. And speaking of, what a year for the man called Mr. Athletic.
Making his way to the ring first, the challenger. He hails from Honolulu, Hawaii, weighing in at 260 pounds. He is a Lucha Underground superstar. He is Mr. Athletic Jeff Cobb.
We don't know that yet.
Jeff Cobb over the last year has put together a run that has put him on the map all over the country. And I'll tell you what, almost a year ago, he was in the PPW tournament, and Drake Frost cost him his opportunity at first for a championship. He was able to come through later thanks to some help from JR Kratos.
Right.
But tonight, these two bulls will fight off.
One-on-one.
And his opponent making his way to the ring, fighting out of the Nabuki Khan Dojo and representing the Honor Society. He has held the PPW Heavyweight Championship for over 174 days. Tonight, he is the current and defending Phoenix Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the force of nature, Drake Frost.
Frost faced off against Jeff Cobb in the semifinals of the PPW Championship Tournament. He lost that match thanks to JR Kratos' interference. He then went on to win the vacant championship in September of last year, and you heard it, 174 days as champion, and this will be his stiffest test, and it's against a man who has become one of the biggest names in professional wrestling over the last year, the former Olympian, the man they call Mr. Athletic, Jeff Cobb.
I've been so looking forward to this match. This is one of the matches in PPW I've been dying to see, and I finally get to. We've seen these guys match up in tags. We've seen these guys in skirmishes. Here we get an actual, honest-to-God singles match for the title.
9 months in the making that this match has been waiting for. And these two bulls are going to hook up with the PPW Championship on the line. A year ago, Jeff Cobb was in the King of Indies tournament, WrestleMania weekend for All Pro Wrestling. He got to the semifinals of that tournament, facing Adam Thornstowe before bowing out. But in the year since, he has been wrestling all over the country, and he has now become one of the biggest names in professional wrestling on the independent circuit, and he's getting an opportunity to add the 15 pounds of gold to that legacy that he has built up. And Drake Frost is saying, I have worked hard for this too, and I don't want to give it up. And these two guys have not budged an inch. They've been backing each other in the corners. They've been just powerfully driving each other to try and find some type of advantage, and Cobb derisively.
Any kind of grappling, I have to give the easy advantage to Cobb. But Drake's a huge guy.
He
with a
smothers
lot of power.
people.
He really does.
Oh boy, and he lays one in. This night, we've seen a lot of heated matchups. We've seen, Scoot Robertson and Will Roberts really go tooth and nail. We saw a double count out in our women's tag match. We saw Boyce the Grand. Oh my goodness, take it to Victor Sterling, and Sterling somehow finding the way to get the victory. But this right now, this is where the top of the mountain is in Phoenix Pro Wrestling. Drake Frost with a suplex to the man who has made his name throwing people around.
Which I love. I love Frost just laying it down like that, drawing that line. You throw suplexes? Yeah, I can throw suplexes too.
And And a big headbutt to Cobb. But Cobb is not going to take that punishment without dishing some out of his own, and a big European uppercut for the PPW championship. Drake Frost takes his own headbutt there. He has 2 successful defenses against Manny Mars and against Will Roberts. Sent in, reversal, and Cobb gets shot in hard. And Frost measures a knee right to the side of the head.
Sometimes, you know, you take a bucket like that to the shoulder blade or something. You know, you land flush with it.
One count.
There's that going early to that diving lariat.
You got to do a lot to try and keep Cobb down.
Once Cobb's down, I mean, just dropping these heavy knees.
320 pounds. I'll say this. What Frost has done in his 18 months here has been very impressive.
Usually so.
You know,
he's worked his way up, and
he really has.
Now he's defending champion.
And it's going to take a lot for somebody to knock him off his perch, but if there's anybody who can do that, it's Cobb. Another measured knee to the spine and a 2 count. You've talked about before. Look how thick Jeff Cobb is. I mean, he's what you call functionally strong.
Functionally strong. It's a lot of strength back into his body.
He's someone that it doesn't matter who you put across from him, he will throw that guy around. But Frost has been in control. The champion takes a boot there. But Cobb is showing the wear and tear of what Frost has done. An elbow shot there.
You take a knee drop. Knee drops always hurt, no matter who's delivering them. When the guy delivering a knee drop is 320 pounds, that takes that much more out of you.
Oh, big back elbow there by Frost. It looked like Cobb was running another shot, but Frost was not going to allow it to happen. And here's the crowd trying to get behind Jeff Cobb as Frost is going to wrench back on that left knee. And so now Drake Frost says, all right, let's see how you can throw me with one leg.
Now that he's got him down, now he's going for strategy. Once you take out that base from Cobb, once you take out the power thrust from all of his throws,
he's looking for it looked like a cross-legged Achilles hold there. He was trying to wrench that foot back. That left leg across the right knee. Trying to stretch out that Achilles further than what Frost has already done damage-wise. And I'll say this about the Frost strategy here is he's done a good job with it.
Mm-hmm.
He's controlled the match.
He really has.
Cobb has not really had too long of a control of any part of this match, and that's a big body slam from Frost, and he's running that senton, and he missed.
Rarely works to call your move ahead of time.
Cobb looking for the standing moonsault, and he hits it, and now a standing shooting star press from a guy 250 pounds, 2 and a 2 count. That's why he's Mr. Athletics.
He's incredible.
What just a marvel in this ring. Cobb measuring a right hand.
I think that might be the first straight punch we've seen tonight.
Yeah.
Get a lot of elbows. Like Cobb rears back, just pops him right in the head.
Now he's going to try and go to the stomach of the force of nature, and he's in control for the first time in this match. And just like we said about Frost on Cobb, Cobb really has to stay on top of Frost.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, that's, he's the force of nature for a reason. And it's very rare for you to see Jeff Cobb not be able to pull somebody out of a corner, but Frost is one of those guys. And a big back elbow there from the champ, and now just ramming that body into Cobb in the corner, and now he's trying to put the boots to him.
When you're that big, you got to use your size. You got, like you said earlier, smother. That's a pretty apt description of what Frost does, and it's smart.
Yep. Maybe another suplex. Oh, he's looking for the butterfly. So look at this. So this is trying to add insult to injury, doing this to the man. Suplexes everybody out of their boots.
We haven't seen one suplex from Cobb. Frost been the one throwing all the suplexes this match. Couldn't quite join those hands on the butterfly. Cobb's just too strong to allow that to happen, but still, that throw, Cobb's been landing hard. You can see that tailbone's been pounding into the mat. That can just take it right out of you.
And it's strong enough to get out of that pin attempt. But, you know, this was kind of what we talked about with Frost, is that he wants to show that he belongs with your Jeff Cobbs and your J.R. Kratoses and all these guys who have really been making a name for them. And he's picking up Cobb and a power slam.
And this is
Great
typically
drop.
what he uses to set up that falling lariat.
Yep, and he's going for it. He has finished off many a man. Him and Sir Samurai turned this in their own kind of decapitation lariat when they teamed up a few shows. And now he's looking to finish off Mr. Athletic, and he misses. Could this be the opening for Cobb? Cobb, who is trying to dethrone the champ, who's been on top for almost 6 months. Jeff Cobb trying to pull himself up by the ropes, and finally does. He's taking a lot of punishment from Drake Frost. Oh, a big clothesline. Budges the big man, but doesn't knock him down, and now a back elbow. Oh, and a drop kick, nicely done. But Frost goes back into the corner, and now Cobb is gonna go for a little violence party with the elbows and chops. You can hear him really trying to keep the win with all the work that Frost has been doing.
Frost is keeping that low base, but the more Cobb unleashes him, the easier it's going to get to throw him.
Frost reverses. He charges in, and Cobb moves out of the way. Now he charges in and meets a foot. Frost going back up top.
A lot of unsuccessful charges.
Yes.
So far.
Both guys being aware that they're trying to use the other guy's body against him. Oh, boy. Cobb off the top. He's got him up. Look at the strength of Jeff Cobb!
Wow.
325 pounds. Are you kidding me?
I never want to get thrown by Jeff Cobb.
1, 2, and a 2 count. He couldn't get across him. And Frost is able to get the left shoulder up. That was absolutely incredible.
Holding that vertical suplex for 6-7 seconds before dropping him hard.
And now he's looking over the champ. He might be looking for that pump handle. Yes. Can he get the 3? Look at him!
Dead
lift him up! Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh.
And he holds the bridge. 1, 2, and oh, he breaks it. Getting that left shoulder up.
Deadlifting that guy. You know, he was on the top rope. He was already assisted. He already had him at his level. To just lift him up like that. Oh gosh.
So you know I had those 2 suplexes earlier. I think those 2 were better.
Those two were
better.
bigger.
And
My
now
gosh.
Cobb, he might be looking to finish him off. He's got that tour of the islands, that reverse momentum power slam that he loves to finish people off with. Oh, Frost, Uranagi! And now he could still be looking, maybe that senton again. Oh boy, 320 pounds. Cover, 2, and Cobb just barely rolls over as Frost didn't have a great lateral press. And now Frost, he's got that Achilles hold on again, and there it is.
Wow.
He was looking for that earlier.
I'm liking that center of the ring.
And that's the other thing. He can control Cobb's positioning here. Cobb's got a lot of upper body strength, but the way those legs are grapevine, he can't really maneuver himself into a good position. The only thing he can do is go for the ropes.
Yeah, as long as Frost keeps his footing, I mean, he has this.
And there it is again. He's trying to get Cobb to submit here. That Achilles hold, but look at Cobb. He rolls through. He's got his own leg. Oh, a jackknife pin. 2, Oh, and a slap of the sides by Frost to break it. These two heavyweights taking it out of each other. Look at Cobb, he can barely stand.
He's staggering.
That left leg has been worked over, especially that Achilles. Oh, this might be the tour of the islands. Reversed by Frost. And he ducks the clothesline. He's looking for it. Oh, no! But Frost counters. Just crushes him.
Yeah, you could see Cobb was anticipating being able to hit that tour of the islands, and then you just get the big old avalanche.
The lariat that has ended two previous title defenses, and he levels him with it. 1, 2, and he got him, and Frost retains.
That is a huge victory from Frost. Clean as a
your
sheet.
winner, by
No honor
pinfall.
society. There's nothing
And
anybody
still,
can take away from that
the
win.
PPW Heavyweight Champion,
is on
the force of nature, Drake Frost.
Jeff Cobb. He has taken down Jeff Cobb. What can stop the man known as the force of nature?
Any critics that Frost had before, you beat Will Roberts, you beat Manny Mars, you're more than double the size of Roberts, more than double the size of Manny Mars. Nobody could take away a victory over Jeff Cobb.
6 months he has been champion, and for 6 months he has knocked down everybody in front of him. And now he has taken down one of the most impressive guys going today.
He took
Jeff
Cobb apart. You have to wonder who is going to be able to take Frost apart the way Frost took apart Jeff Cobb.
And now he wants to speak on it.
Cut my music! Cut my music! Phoenix Pro Wrestling. I think it's time I formally addressed all of you morons, you well-wishers, you simpletons. Every show, I wait to see who they bring to my altar of sacrifice. And every single show, another one of your heroes and your white knights come into my ring and dethrone me. But rest assured, no matter who you send, they all share the same fate. They all will be looking at the lights at the top of this building, and I will be your champion until the end of time. So you're welcome, maggots. You will show me the respect I deserve. Send me your next white knight, and know all the wishes and dreams you pin on them, their blood is on your hands. Good night.